Hey everybody, welcome back. I am here with another challenge for you. Now this is going to be the most challenging IMINT GeoInt challenge I've sent you yet, and I don't know if everybody's going to enjoy it, but I wanted to start by telling you a little bit of a myth-busting fact. So you always see James Bond and all these famous secret agents stay in these really nice hotels anytime they travel, right? They stay at the Ritz, they stay at the Four Seasons, and sometimes we do that. But when we are traveling in the United States, we almost never stay in nice hotels. We always stay in smaller places. So I'm in a place right now on contract, and I am staying in a small bed and breakfast. And the bed and breakfast I'm staying in is about a block and a half or so behind me. I'm not going to tell you where that is. That's part of your IMINT challenge. But here's what I am going to say. We stay in small places like a small bed and breakfast for a few reasons. First, when you're in the United States, your greatest threat against your operation isn't from any of the American government agencies. Your biggest threat is from foreign intelligence agencies. Foreign intelligence agencies actually have better access to larger hotel databases. So for example, if you're trying to stay away from the Russians or the Chinese or the North Koreans or the French, they're more likely to be able to hack into a database that belongs to Hilton or Marriott or even the Ritz-Carlton or the Four Seasons. They'll be able to get to those databases through external, meaning outside of the United States, sources. They might hack into a database that exists in India or in the UK or in Canada, or they might just recruit a foreign intelligence source, a source that just pulls database records out of privileged files, because so many of those hotels, those large international hotel brands, actually do a lot of their customer service and a lot of their call centers overseas. So depending on how they control that access, it can be easier to get access to privileged information for large hotel chains from an overseas server or an overseas source than in the United States. Small providers like actual bed and breakfasts or small family-owned hotels or private boutique hotels in the United States, they don't have those large servers. They don't have the international customer service force. They don't have multiple entryways into their actual records from abroad. So it's actually much more secure to stay in a small place inside the United States digitally, because it's much harder for a foreign adversary to get access to those records. Another reason why we choose to stay in small places is because human intelligence recruitments in a large hotel chain are much easier than a human intelligence recruitment in a small like a small bed and breakfast or a small boutique hotel. When you look at a boutique hotel or a bed and breakfast, it has a staff of maybe 3 or 5 people. And those 3 or 5 people, sometimes they're all in the same family, or sometimes they've been with the hotel or they've been with the bed and breakfast for a long time, so they're very loyal to the brand. So when a foreigner tries to recruit them, it's not an easy sell. It's a little bit suspicious because they're not used to seeing foreigners come by their boutique or come by their bed and breakfast anyways, or they're not used to people coming in and showing any kind of interest in the clientele of that bed and breakfast. They might be interested in tourist stuff, but not clientele. So you have a natural level of security that comes from people who own or work in a boutique hotel or a bed and breakfast. Whereas in a large-scale hotel, there's all sorts of interest in business metrics and statistics and who's staying where and passenger manifests, and anybody from anywhere can essentially make a request with any number of justifiable reasons behind it. So it's very hard for a foreign intelligence service to recruit a penetration in a small boutique hotel. And the third reason why we like to stay in them is because if 1 or 2 officers a year stay in a small boutique hotel, it's just not worth the effort for a foreign adversary to try to penetrate that boutique hotel or that bed and breakfast. When hundreds of officers a year stay in a Marriott or a Hilton or a Ritz-Carlton, all of a sudden now the cost benefit to a foreign adversary penetrating that database or that server becomes much more significant. So those are just 3 reasons why we like to stay in small places, why when I travel I often stay in a small bed and breakfast, like the bed and breakfast I'm staying in here. But all of that to say, now it's your turn to try to find what bed and breakfast I'm staying in. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you a 360-degree view of where I am right now. That's all I'm going to give you. Everything you need to solve this challenge is in the open source internet right now. My question for you is this. What is the name of the bed and breakfast, and what room of that bed and breakfast am I staying in right now? The name of the bed and breakfast and the room I'm staying at in that bed and breakfast where I am right now. Everything you need to know is on this video and in the open source internet, available to you at a few clever clicks anytime you're ready. So here we go. Let me give you your 360-degree clue. Here we go. Let's start this. You are seeing the world through my eyes right now and getting access to everything I have to share from my point of view. Now, I'm not expecting this to be very easy, but I do know with significant confidence that you have everything you need to solve this IMINT challenge with the skills that I have taught you already, with a few clever clicks, a few well-crafted Boolean search terms, and a hefty dose of natural curiosity and tenacity. Good luck, Godspeed, and the first person to tell me the name of the bed and breakfast where I'm staying, the name of the room in that bed and breakfast where I'm staying, that person can send me an email at andy@everydayspy.com, and I will be sending you a goodie package full of Spy Tribe stuff. So andy@everydayspy.com, send me the name of the bed and breakfast, the room in that bed and breakfast where I'm staying, and I've got a package of prizes coming your way. All right, everyone, take care and good luck.